Gaming and Team Reciprocity. I'm gonna start over here with Franchise, representing right now for Reciprocity now. You've been one of the few people that have dethroned these guys before. What is it gonna take to do it again?
Honestly, it just takes a lot of discipline. Winning when you're supposed to. They're the best at coming back on people. So, you know, winning initials, winning the rounds we're supposed to win, that's what it really comes down to.
Now, when you look over here, what's the chink in their armor? Like, where is the loosest brick in this green wall? Tell me where it is and how you guys are gonna exploit it to break it down.
Honestly, like, it's probably their ego. They're really cocky. They don't do the right plays a lot, but they get away with it. You gotta punish them.
How you gonna punish them over there? What your squad got in store right now?
Listen, man, we're the smartest team here. We're the most prepared team here. We just gotta come out there and hit our shots.
Sounds good. All right, come over here to you, Mental. You guys are ready. You stay ready. Does it get bored being a champion? Tell me, how do you guys keep it fresh?
I mean, some events it gets boring, but I mean, they always give us a challenge. Like last event, we had to come back from losers, which is a great game. So other than that, sometimes it gets boring. Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, this is probably not going to be a boring match, but tell me, what do you see in these guys that you guys can take advantage of and make sure that we don't see what happened in Mexico City in the winners finals?
It just comes down to the individual skill, to be honest. That's all it is. I mean, they're prepared, yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to hit your shots, and that's what matters on land.
So when we talk about individual skill, how do you guys match up individually versus these guys over here?
I mean, I think I have the 4 best players on the team, like beside me, so I think we're going to take it.
All right. You know what time it is. It's the winners bracket finals. Team Reciprocity, OPTIC Gaming, lock it up.
Querida banda, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenidos a este nuevo vídeo. Pues a continuación vamos a ver uno de los matches más esperados para todo el mundo en esto que es el Gears Pro Circuit. Y la neta es que esta es una final súper esperada, es la final de los ganadores. Aquí vamos a ver quién es quién y a ver si una vez ya por todas pinche Francis puede darle en la madre a OPTIC Gaming. Dice que los va a castigar, que porque que tienen el ego muy elevado y que son unos mamones, ¿no? Vamos a ver si es cierto. Te dejo con el match en idioma original, espero que lo disfrutes. Ya sabes, dale like, comparte, comenta y pues bueno, disfruta el match. Te mando un abrazo, un piquete de culo y un beso en el asteroide. Cámara, bye bye.
Once again here in Boston to finish the Gears of War 4 Pro Circuit, we have OPTIC Gaming going up against Reciprocity in the winners bracket finals. And boy, if it's anything like the last event, we have a matchup on our hands. Last time in Mexico City, just 2-3 months ago, Reciprocity defeated OPTIC Gaming in this exact position. You see Fatal Strike behind them getting hyped up. They want to be back in that championship final from the winners bracket. This time, they want to finish it out. Instead, OPTIC probably doesn't want to have to take such a hard road of having to get back to that championship final and win 2 straight. They're looking to secure themselves a spot in that championship final as well. Fallout here, joined with a brand new desk. Some great individuals. You know them, you love them. First off, I'm going to start to my right. We got Ribs, the only player to defeat OPTIC Gaming on the talent team. He did it in Mexico City. The only player to win 2 championships that OPTIC Gaming did not win. He did that with Ghost Gaming and with Team Envious. How you doing, my friend?
I did that alongside Franchise, all right? Can he do it again? That's the question today. I'm doing great, and that's what I want to see, man. I want to see the upset. I know we all do. We're kind of getting sick of OPTIC. OPTIC's almost getting sick of being champions, or are they?
That's the real question. Are they? They got one event left.
Sounds like they're getting a little bored. Yeah. It has only one event left, right?
And of course, as outspoken as it gets, we're lucky to have Guy Blaze, who spits nothing but fire at all times. Blazachi, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling great. Yo, our last event of the year, our last winter bracket finals. Can OPTIC Gaming finish strong, or will they take their foot off the gas and let Reciprocity throw them back in a loser's bracket? If you think about what OPTIC Gaming has yet to do in Gears 4 thus now, is probably a 7-0 comeback that we haven't seen, and maybe lose from winners or from losers bracket twice.
It's the only thing they have not done just about, if you think about it. And of course, to round out the desk, boy, is it good to have this face, this voice back. Benson, we missed you in the last winners bracket and championship final. How's it feel to be back?
That was a good one. I'm hoping this is a good one as well. For me, this is now all about OPTIC Gaming cementing the legacy. For me, I think everything is written for them. They've done such a good job. 12 of the last 14 major events they've come out and won. For me, this is the cherry on the top and really be the greatest console esports team of all time.
unquestionably, especially if they win this event. Well, they got to get there first. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map, picks and bans. What will we be playing on here in this winners bracket finals? An interesting one. Last time we saw Lift be played, this time Reciprocity learned from their mistakes, and I think they did poorly choose maps in Mexico City. This time they banned Lift out early. Dam is the first map.
Yeah, this is actually interesting. I was hoping that Reciprocity would get Slab.
I was about to say the same thing.
Slab or Forge. Obviously, Forge was taken out right off the bat from Optic, so now they got to do Dam or Foundation, and those are such strong Optic maps. But I know preparation, we talked about it. Reciprocity talked about discipline and preparation. They should be prepared for this Foundation. It's a very important map.
I thought, yeah, with Forge Blitz being banned first, I thought Slab was going to be able to come through. They had the opportunity, but they want Dam. Let's see how good they are.
Yeah, you got to show up on the map that you picked. Reciprocity, of course, chooses the map Dam to start things off. Franchise right in the middle. The only player to have been a professional player across all 5 Gears of War titles dating back to Gears of War 1 in 2007. He's won a few championships. He's looking to take down this Optic Gaming squad, and he wants to start right here, right now. Escalation on Dam. Optic Gaming versus Reciprocity. Benson and Blaze, the floor is yours.
Let's take it away. Down to business. Winners bracket final. Can Reciprocity repeat what they were able to do last event? Well, Optic Gaming get a little bit of sweet revenge. Of course, Dam, map number 1 early on. Already a couple of trades back and forth, but it seems as if Optic Gaming may have the advantage.
Just starting off with some smoke, Benson. A lot of action there on the platform. The dust is starting to settle, and it's like Optic Gaming. It's actually a 3v3 situation. No hills capped just yet. Optic's going to have their home hill, but so far, scrappy game.
It's funny, this is almost like an old school kind of series when you look at it. You go back to the Team Envious days, the Echo Fox days with Franchise at the helm versus Optic Gaming. Dam Foundation, map 1, map 2. We've seen him and his teams go toe-to-toe with the Green Wall several times, and no hills capped off the rip. That's kind of what you expected to see. As finally, after the dust settles, Reciprocity will have a 2-to-1 hill advantage, but it is Optic Gaming with the point lead, around about 25 points as it stands, and that should be nullified relatively soon.
You know, we watched Elevate play Optic yesterday, and one of the biggest criticisms that we gave to them was that you need to come out, set the tone, and play to the pace of your team.
Absolutely.
And show Optic every single round that you're going to be ready to fight, and they can't get away with most of the things they get away with on some of these other teams, and just pushing these fights and just trying to world star everybody and clutch up these big plays. But we'll see how does Reciprocity want to start this game. But so far, so good in you know, just battling back on Optic.
And that's such a big win by Franchise. He was left in a 1 versus 3 to try and defend his home hill. He was able to take down 1. Has he bought enough time? In rolls Sleepy. Sleepy somehow still alive. Someone's forced to back out due to the chaos of the smoke. Optic, they don't want to put that much pressure on just yet. They'll take the decap, they'll take the kill, and they'll back away to hold the 2 hills.
Okay, so Reciprocity, this round is going to slow down, about to enter phase 2. All 5 players spawned up. You see them on the screen looking to break in and destroy this Optic Gaming setup at the B hill, but they're going to lose 1 player. Good rotation by Explosive. Heads up play. That's going to be 1. Looking for the second, and he gets it. Can you make it 3? But Fran has something to say, and he's trying to get 2 of his own, but Mental takes him out.
And that's 5 dead. This is where Optic Gaming swarm forward, rush the Reciprocity home hill. The C hill decapped. The C hill should be good for the Green Wall to start off the winners bracket final 1-0 up.
Optic Gaming, they set the pace. Let's see how does Reciprocity want to play this weapon placement. Because, you know, like me and Riz was talking about, we were very surprised that they chose Dam and not Slab, because that was the map that Optic Gaming had a lot of trouble on the last event. And one thing that we always talk about is winning map 1 against Optic to put the pressure on them for the rest of the series.
And again, every winners bracket final, I feel like we have the same conversation, right? It's must win against Optic Gaming. To beat them twice from losers, it's almost impossible.
And when they get super comfortable and they have that map lead, they start having fun on that side of the stage, and you just cannot break their morale going forward in the series.
They'll lose rounds and smile. They'll lose rounds and smile right at you, and you're like, wait, what? What's going on over there?
Drop shot on the map, things about to get smoky.
Already, fight starting to develop. Quick glance up towards Franchise's perspective. It's Explosive that draws first blood. Looking for more, but Rezik, Sleepy, and Icy all win their individual fights.
The last 2 in front, 3 members down of Optic. Trying to get the damage in on Explosive. He has to reload.
Alive.
Square up on him. Explosive is going to actually get away, and that is so scary when you put so much work in.
The fact he's managed to stay alive as long as he has is phenomenal. And he's able to rotate out, back towards platform. Of course, Icy versus his former team captain. Looking to see if he can shut him down. The chase still going on, but everyone back up off respawn, so it's going to reset. 5 versus 5. Rec rotated over towards B, not able to cap it. Fran will fall. It was praised over there. He's able to find that pick, and Sleepy has to concede the hill as praise drops. Maybe that is a license to push forward, but we'll wait and see. B and C still not capped. Up to Gaming saying, ignore the hills for now, boys. Let's slay out, get map control, then we'll play for the points.
All right, so OPTIC is about to get set up at B. Sleepy with a sneaky fling. He actually catches explosive sleep and drop shot falls on Summons, but he dodges it. Now OPTIC just trying to hold this off till reinforcements come. Smart by Rezik to not be in a difficult spot.
May actually see him try and use one more. There it is. He does connect with Solar, so beautifully played. He finds Praise as well. Rezik pushing straight through. Summons in his sight. Can't let Summons clutch up. He's done phenomenal in a 1v2. Summons still alive. Rezik looking for 3. And Summons goes big for the green wall. Keeps the B hill. And more importantly, keeps OPTIC alive in this round.
That can be demoralizing, especially when you're trying to get something going against OPTIC Gaming. But Summons does what he does best. And he is that last line of defense for OPTIC Gaming, the insurance policy for him. But I think
insurance policy
it really is. We watched him plenty of times at multiple events be that last line of defense. But now, RECIPROCITY trying to hold off this assault from OPTIC Gaming. New drop shot's gonna be up soon, and they don't want OPTIC to get set up. They want to make this difficult for them, but OPTIC running through, trying to force these players to turn around, get it behind enemy lines, and Explosives gets the job done.
And Rezik, last man up for RECIPROCITY, has to buy time for his teammates. Rushies is off spawn now, 5 seconds before Sleepy and Icy join the fight. And, well, Explosive is having his way with RECIPROCITY early on. Finally, he drops, but there's Praise, ready to trade. Still decapped for now, but Rushies will drop. OPTIC Gaming, they can play the trade game, but Solar's with a team kill there onto Praise with a drop shot. That may slow OPTIC Gaming down a little bit. They may have to concede this push.
Good, smart play to get that pistol out, just to make sure you got the damage in. OPTIC Gaming may have 1, maybe 2 drop shots left. You're gonna start to see Solars rotate this over towards the B hill, so his team can at least have a good 2 hill setup. And I do believe he does have 1 more left in that chamber as well. OPTIC Gaming getting ready for a retake.
Good bait. B-Hill now belongs to RECIPROCITY. The score, 152 to 118. Advantage OPTIC Gaming. For RECIPROCITY, they're going to need to hold here. And hold quickly. Explosive again, his 12th kill in just the 2nd round. He is having a phenomenal map so far, but the problem, the rest of his teammates fall. Mental and Praise, the last 2 up for OPTIC Gaming. Praise trying to make his way over towards the B-Hill, but it's going to be Icy there. And Praise has done well just to decap it, considering the score, 178 to 154. That decap could be massive. Now RECIPROCITY may need to get aggressive over towards C and play for a decap.
The question is, can they get there in time? OPTIC Gaming wins off 2 hills currently. They went off 1 hill. But so RECIPROCITY needs to get these kills. It starts with them taking out mental, not losing anyone.
Gotta catch the hills. You gotta get in the hills. Sleepy will fall. Rezik has to go big. Rezik does find 2, but it's too late. Not able to do it. OPTIC Gaming 2-0 up.
And they're gonna win that one off of time. OPTIC Gaming playing good in this early game situation, making sure that they can get power weapon control, drop back, get set up on pumping station, and doing a good job keeping pressure on both halves of the map.
And it's worth mentioning, when we saw OPTIC play against Elevate yesterday, we mentioned in the first couple of rounds, OPTIC gave them respect. And you're seeing a similar thing here. They're not dedicating themselves to some pushes, when they have a chance to go for the trip cap and they realize, all right, we lost 1. Let's not try and World Star. Let's not try and, make the crazy play. Push back, play it safe, play it smart. OPTIC not kind of falling for the trap, and you obviously heard Franchise mention, it's their egos that let them down. They'll push things they shouldn't. Well, so far, this is a highly disciplined OPTIC Gaming, which is extremely scary.
But it takes a great leader to understand when OPTIC kind of gets in that super aggressive flow, because as soon as they do that, you don't want to match them. You just want to slow your gameplay down just a little bit so they can run into those Lancers and you can catch them off guard.
Round 3 underway. Was a block and weapon placement after round number 2. Rushies has already managed to get drop and escape with his life. The problem, Fran has fallen, Icy has fallen, Solar's with the double. Rezik looking to just trade out some numbers, but he isn't going to get much further. All comes down to
all
Rushies.
Left to Rushies, and he has 3 drops to utilize as well.
That's his saving grace.
And he's going to be defending his home hill. Oh, tried to cut off Summons, but now he has to reload, and OPTIC is just going to rush him. They says, hey, we got enough time to kill you, destroy this drop. We're going to sacrifice our life to make sure we take you out the game, and they're going to nullify those last 2 drops.
Again, You see the discipline from OPTIC Gaming though, recognizing we don't need to go for the throat just yet. We've applied the pressure, we have map control, push back, wait for Reciprocity to push us one more time, then find the kills, then push forward. We'll see if Reciprocity is going to fall for that kind of bait once again.
They're going to have to make good use of these drop shots if they can acquire them again. But here we go. Fran is going to run straight through. And that's one thing about that a lot of teams need to understand is that your front spawn can't be the first to stop at the first guy that he sees. He has to get as far back behind enemy lines as possible in order to cause as much chaos.
Well, talking of chaos, mental between 3 players there from Reciprocity. He was able to take one down with him before finally Sleepy cleans him up. The score, 66-41. B's being decapped. Reciprocity looking to try and cap it. Rezik goes down. Solos with the double. His 9th kill so far. Fran trying to put shots down. Has to concede it. OPTIC keep control of the B hill.
Okay, so still a close game, just a slight 30-point lead. New drop shot spawns in 23 seconds, and Reciprocity knows it. Rushy sees the 1v, the 2v1 that they have, but, oh, actually, he didn't see him at all. An explosive takes him out, looking for the double, gets some good damage in on Icy, and here comes the Season 1 MVP to finish it off.
Yeah, Mental just instantly trying to support the captain of the squad now. Sleepy's in a whole different world of pain. Who's going to clean him up? Is it Mental? Is it Explosive? It doesn't matter. Now they're hunting down their next prey. It's going to be Rezik. Tried to hold the corner, but Mental and Explosive roaming the map together, causing the chaos, picking up every single kill they can find. Almost put this one to bed. Praise summons 2 more kills. Drop shot there as a safety net, if nothing else. Icy trying to defend his home hill. Manages at least to take summons down. But again, Reciprocity are in one of these situations where even if they don't get trip capped here, guy, they have to flood the map, get every single kill, and trip cap up the game.
And Explosives has 3 drop shots to utilize as well. And he's going to know it's going to be a down just at the bottom of these stairs. They're going to call him on over. He's going to clean 1 kill up safely. Try to take out Sleepy as well. Oh, that drops behind, but I don't think that Reciprocity is going to be able to do too much here, Ben.
Guy, it's been 3 rounds, and Explosive has 17 kills.
Wow.
You remember when we had that conversation in Season 1, who could be your MVP? Yeah. We picked Mental, and I remember the look on Explosive's face.
Like, what?
He was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Don't get me wrong, Mental's a hell of a play, but he felt he should have had it. He's making a serious case to be your Season 2 MVP. The guy does it all. The in-game leader, top slayer right now. Just emotional leader, everything you could want out of your team captain. Explosive brings to the table in the games that matter most.
Okay, let's see what Reciprocity wants to do now. 3 weapon placements in a row. They went for a block on platform, drop shot down. Currently, they should probably just focus on the secondary spots unless they want to put something at the center line up top at pumping station. They're hovering over incendiary grenades now, and that's exactly what they're going to put down. So they have a little bit of utility if they have to drop back into that 2-hill setup.
At the end of the day, you can put whatever you want on the map, but if you're not shutting down Explosive, if you're not slowing him down, it really doesn't make a difference. 18 kills, 7 more than anybody else in the lobby. You have a lot of Reciprocity players still on single digits as well, which doesn't help. We're seeing round 4 as our respawns get a little higher. Is that potentially going to aid Reciprocity here in map number 1? Because it has not been pretty so far. OPTIC Gaming having their way with Reciprocity. And this round looks like it's going to continue where we left off. 3 players already dead. 4 players dead for Rec. 5 players dead for Rec. OPTIC Gaming will claim the round. Instantly, you can see the way they spread after initial fight. 3 players go to Rec's home hill, 1 plays their own home, 1 plays mid-neutral. Trip cap coming in.
All up to Rezik, but he's not going to be in a position.
Ooh. Or is he? No, he's not.
There you go. He gets it. OPTIC Gaming 4 rounds in a row. And so what happens is that when you start off on those initials, if you lose a player right away, it takes somebody on your team to say, okay, you know what, let me even the odds. Let me go find a kill. You lose 2 players right away. At that point, you should probably just be pushing forward, especially in the later rounds with the respawn timers being so high. We're about to enter a 20-second respawn round, and you got Reciprocity deciding what they want to put down.
And this is damage limitation at this point. You're 4 row down. Yeah, you cannot go 5-1, 6-0 into the half. You're not coming back against the greatest team in Gears history. That much of a deficit. 4-2 is going to be hard enough as it is, but you have to win these next 2 rounds now of your Reciprocity.
Okay, let's see, can Reciprocity change the tempo at this pit fight? Can they be the proactive team with this 4v4 fight for drop shot? But here we go. Drop shot is going to be acquired. They're going to cover their teammate to get out, and Franchise does get a kill. Praise is still going to be there at the pipes. But can Fran save his teammates? He doesn't connect with that one.
Doesn't matter.
Reciprocity dropping back.
They have the man advantage. It's 4 versus 2 as it stands. Only explosives praised up. I believe Praise has also been down there as well. He's going to be cleaned up. All down to explosives.
These are the rounds they have to win.
You have 2 drops to work with as well. There's the first fired out. Doesn't connect with explosive, but the trip cap is coming through. Explosive has to make the play. Finds the first down. Drops himself, but now Fran is in a bit of a pickle over towards OPTIC Gaming's home hill. This kill still coming in for Rec.
And he still has to drop. He's just trying to figure out, do he need it in this situation? He should have about 2, and he got his shotty out, but now he's playing with fire. He needs the quick revive from his teammate. He's gonna get it. And OPTIC Gaming, they're being difficult.
They're refusing to die, finally.
Mental finds a kill too as well, and a team kill almost came through on Fran. He needs to be careful with the fire behind him. Melee, friendly fire. OPTIC still being annoying, and those drops on his back. Oh my God,
They've survived.
They're gonna disengage.
They've survived. The team kill, you called it, almost came through, then it did. OPTIC have somehow, some way, forked their way back into this round.
That's the greatest strength about the gaming that we just witnessed on their home hill. When you think that they should be out, when you think that you should take this round over, somehow, some way, they always find a backdoor.
But this is when it gets scarier. They get the defensive kills, then all of a sudden they fly forward, they push through. Icy trying to be sneaky. He will be spotted though. Solars managed to just get a cheeky little vision of him, but Icy's going to drop, and now all of a sudden the turn is just tied completely here. Explosives with 2, Rezic last man, Rushy's coming off spawn, a round which OPTIC Gaming had no right to win. It's looking as if they're going to be able to. Rezic has to go huge, he's not going to be able to. All of Reciprocity full, and that is world-class Gears of War from OPTIC Gaming.
It truly is. It truly is. And that's what makes them so special. And so
Praise is laughing. If you look across and you see that.
When OPTIC gets that type of confidence, it is so hard to beat them. That's one thing that you have to prevent in order to beat these guys. And OPTIC Gaming, they're feeling good. Five round lead. They're trying to make eye contact. Reciprocity ain't having it.
Don't look.
You can't.
Just
you
stare
really
at your screen. Stare at your screen if you're on Reciprocity. Because
that's the one thing you really don't want to do in the grand finals is make eye contact with your opponent when they're up 5-0.
Especially not Praise.
It's like they stare into your soul.
Yeah, look straight through it. 5-0, final weapon placement, bolt
Yeah,
up.
it's really not going to make a difference. It's all about this pit fight. If you can survive that, then you don't even care about the weapons around it. You just need to get to these hills.
24 kills now for Explosive in 5 rounds.
About 5 kills a round so far for him.
Really impressive pace from the team captain of OPTIC Gaming. One more round and you basically cement the victory here in map number 1. 6-0, almost impossible, and this looks like a deflated Reciprocity. They're going into the opening fight already, a first blood. Finally, a little bit of response, a little bit of energy. They know they should have won the last round, but it's not over. It's never over when Explosive is still alive. He's shut down 1, now hunting down Rushy's, landing a couple of shots. Wants to just at least try and get the down. Rushy's will fall. Explosive makes the play once again.
OPTIC Gaming spreading out, trying to get the domination. This is a 22-second respawn round. 3 members are still currently down for Reciprocity. The B hill is not capped just yet. And this is actually probably going to come down to a slight stalemate, and both teams will have an opportunity to respawn. Explosive in enemy territory, still trying to end this game. We'll see what he can do with his drop shot.
Soul is just running riot over towards the B hill. Now it's back over towards Explosive as he searches for number 27. Sleepy will deny him. There are instances somewhere on the map. I believe it was Icy that actually picked them up, but he's fallen, so you won't see them in play. Fran now trying to join the fight. Betty wishes he didn't do that. Instantly shut down. Praise finds the pick. OPTIC Gaming push forward. 2 players of Reciprocity up. And, well, same old, same old. OPTIC Gaming going for the trip cap domination. Few more seconds, it'll come through. There it is, 6-0 at the half. And the sad part about this guy is this could be Friday morning. This could be a pool play game. That's how easy this has been for OPTIC Gaming.
We never seen a 7-0 comeback yet. We don't got too many series left. You know,
Look, I like where you're going with
Hey,
the guy,
I'm saying.
but let's be honest. The only way that happens is if maybe 2 controllers unplugged on the side of OPTIC Gaming. That's probably the only way this happens, because that is a defeated Reciprocity. They're throwing away rounds that you need to win. Franz said it in the interview himself. They obviously know when they make mistakes, you have to punish them. They've done absolutely none of that whatsoever, and they're in such a big hole. At this point, you may as well start talking about map number 2.
I bet you they wish they picked Slab at this point.
I bet you they wish they picked anything other than this map. Anything other than
I can agree
this.
with that as well. But here we go. On board with Rushies. He actually picks up that kill. But Summons on the other end. He picks up a double. Rushies needs to even the odds for Reciprocity. He finds a double of his own. Still, can he do it again? Another 1v2 for Reciprocity. Oh, but OPTIC Gaming, they play it smart, they play it slow, and they bring out those Lancers.
They're not going to fall for any silly little traps. No. Not at all. 2-1 hill advantage for OPTIC. 14-26 the score.
And those respawn timers will drop back down by 10 seconds, so at 12 seconds on the respawn timers, and a lot more action. Reciprocity having time to spawn up in this round and reset and get another team fight. In these early rounds against OPTIC Gaming, you really got to play them super aggressive to kind of get warmed up, to kind of get into a flow. Because in the later rounds, if you lose the initial, most likely you won't win them.
I'm curious to see how weapon placement goes, because if you're Reciprocity, you don't have any more left. It's all going to be OPTIC Gaming if you do start to make a little bit of a comeback. Of course, before you can even consider that conversation, you've got to win round number 1 in the second half. For OPTIC, they just need one more round, and map number 1 is done and dusted. Might honestly be record pace for a winner's bracket final.
For the first map, it could be.
That's how quick OPTIC have been here. Decisive as well, but Icy will find a pick on towards Solars, gives them the numbers advantage. Instantly taken away as Braze finds the pick on to Rezik. Braze is still down though, and this could be a chance maybe for Reciprocity to try and collapse onto platform. Explosive down. That's a 2-man advantage now. What can Reciprocity do with the numbers?
Good job to Rushy. That's
Two left.
Triple on top of the platform. Reciprocity 100% needs this round, but it's a 1v1 on the platform, and it's about to be a 1v2 as well.
You gotta push it as quickly as you can. Summons cannot clutch
he
this
likes
up.
these. Oh, not that round, no.
Trip Cap coming in, can mental touch the hill, not in time. It is worth mentioning in these situations, be it 6-0, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, doesn't matter. One round at a time.
I will say, when it comes down to all of our pro teams and comebacks, when it comes
Stop it.
the one team
Stop
that
it.
consistently make 6-2 comebacks
Stop it.
is Reciprocity.
Yeah, 6-2 is a little different than 6-0. It's 2
But
more rounds.
they're consistent with it, though. I've watched them do it a lot. They did it at the beginning of this tournament. But what that shows me is that
They've
they
done it
have faith
twice.
in themselves to make these type of runs. I'm just
Sure.
saying,
No.
one round at a time, right? Let's focus on this one.
All right, boom.
Boom shot's gonna be down.
Boom and pit.
They gotta come back to the pit fight.
The one other thing to consider here is how quickly you need to string together these rounds. You don't want long rounds. You want rounds quick. You want rounds over as fast as possible. And it's so hard against OPTIC Gaming. But to your point, Rack have been no strangers to 6-2 comebacks. They made a fair amount of them, both in online 2Ks, here at this event, past events.
In their LAN tournaments, which are more important.
Oh, there's a quick pick onto Boom. Can he use it to good use already? One player has gone down. Fran is able to shut down Solars. Rushy still has Boom, L-triggering. He needs to at least find one. There's the opening. One more Boom left. Summons is trapped, and Summons doesn't die there.
How? Rezik is trying to pick up that kill. Does he get the down? And Rezik gets turned on somehow off that corner, and Summons survive. And OPTIC Gaming finds a way to win that initial, even after Reciprocity having control over that Boom.
And that about sums up map number 1. An advantage for Reciprocity. Nothing done with it. And OPTIC survive. You've seen it defensively, you've seen it aggressively, and you see it one more time in this round.
So OPTIC Gaming is going to say, hey, we managed to get them to waste 2 booms. We won the initial. We have a 2-hill setup. Slow it down. Let's wait for them to respawn. It's a 14-second round. Let's see what we can do off the second initial. And here we go.
As it stands, the point advantage is a small one. It is in favor of OPTIC Gaming. Just worth remembering, 2-1 hill advantage, but at this level and at this point in the map, the hills aren't really the priority. It is the kills and then the map control that should follow a flurry of kills. Fran is down. So is Rezik. There's only Rushies and Sleepy alive for Reciprocity. They're gonna have to at least try and make a play.
Rushies needs this double kill. He needs some help right there. Can't get it because
he ain't getting no help.
One of the main reasons why RECIPROCITY was so dominant against OPTIC GAMING in the winners finals at Mexico City was because of Rushies. Able to get those quick picks, make those kills. He was pretty much running around the map like it was his. He owned that series, and you need him to have that same energy now.
That's how you have to approach it, the mentality, right? I'm better. I believe I'm better, and I will show you I am, in fact, better. As of right now, you don't really see. I mean, credit to him, 21 kills. It's not like he's playing bad by any means, but you need him to take over. Take over this second half, make it his own. Rezik and Icy will help. 2 players go down. Rushy's 1v1 on flat. There's actually 2 players down there. Explosive has a teammate, but Rezik could go for the bit of a pinch, and Explosive just abuses Rushy's. Rezik is there for the trade at least. E being capped up by RECIPROCITY. Summon's still alive. The new boom picked up, and Rezik could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Smart. He's trying to get payback on Summons for embarrassing him before, and Summons just has to go for the suicide. But he has a teammate nearby. RECIPROCITY needs to get Mental out this position, have somebody pick up the boom shot off the ground. They need to stay aggressive. They can't come back. They need to have trust, have faith that their teammates are going to be in position to have their back.
Mental tucked away in the corner. Rushies just gone straight through, and I don't think OPTIC Gaming expected. Rushies finds the opening. Now what else will follow? Rushies with 2. Solars is going to be tagged up over towards the platform. Surely he should fall.
Summons.
But no! Solars does go down. Summons goes down. That's all 5 from OPTIC Gaming. You wanted Rushies to be the difference maker, and finally he answers your prayers.
And Rezik is going to get there as well. They both need to be in that hill for at least a second. There you go.
All right.
So I talked about the 6-2 comeback.
Right, well, now it's 6-2. Now it's 6-2. Now we can bring it up.
We got the 2 hard rounds out the way. Everything else from this point is easy. I'm saying.
Okay.
I wanted it.
I'll tell you what. You go.
Me and the
Gears
guys got a great relationship. You know that?
I remember. I remember the.
I've been here for 12 years.
I remember the 6-2 comeback that you called. Was it? You did it in London. You did it again. You did it in season 2.
Was it
Dallas? I think it was Dallas.
I made it. I
think it was Dallas.
Like a 7-0 comeback.
No, it wasn't 7-0. It was 6-2. It was 6-2 and it happened.
OPTIC was down at that event 05 and came back reclaimed.
Oh yeah,
7 rounds. Yeah.
Well,
but let's see. Okay, we got 2 more rounds.
I'm gonna sell the story until it gets even.
Hey, I'm about to get
6-4, 6-5.
real deep into this one. All right.
You need at least 2 more rounds before you can even consider it, because OPTIC Gaming.
Okay.
Again, they have the privilege of dropping.
We're gonna
every
take a
weapon.
breath and we're gonna work on the next 2 rounds. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna say clean slate. Let's see if RECIPROCITY can get 2 more on the board.
Yep.
You got to worry about the short-term goals.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
We had nades placed on the platform. Icy is going to go in. That smoke is going to be a late one by RECIPROCITY that should be able to work out for him, but Icy cannot get that entry kill on that pipe. But 3 members that go down for RECIPROCITY.
And there goes comeback story.
It's an early round, 16-second respawn.
Oh no, this round's over. Well, watch what OPTIC Gaming is going to do. This is what makes them so damn good. They win the initial, which a lot of teams do, but look at the way they split the map. 3 players already on RECIPROCITY's home hill. Rec don't even have time. Take your low respawns, doesn't matter. 7-2, OPTIC Gaming take map 1.
Boy, that looks sweet, especially if you think a tomato is a fruit. RECIPROCITY couldn't get it done there, but they still have another map. They just got to know how to put that one behind them.
You gotta say, an angry Gilbert or a happy Gilbert, either way, it's a dangerous Gilbert. Explosives leading by example, defining his name with brilliant explosive gameplay. That man on your screen right now, what a start from Gilbert. Talk about his individual performance and how that impacts his entire team, Ribs.
Well, it started with Summons, honestly, the 3-piece at B on the second round, and I think Benson said that was deflating, and sure it was, and then right after that, Explosive just went off. He averaged 5 kills a round. That's basically killing the whole team for 5-6 rounds in a row. No wonder they're up 6-0.
That's wild.
And then you can't win your first round in the second half. That's not how you beat OPTIC Gaming. We said it time and time again. You have to win one of the first few rounds. You have to set the pace. It needs to be going back and forth. You can't just go put yourself in a hole you're not going to be able to dig yourself out of.
Yeah, exactly. And I liked all the good vibes and the juju around the comeback plays. Don't get me wrong, I was feeling that. I was dapping you up. I was getting excited. But the hardest team is OPTIC Gaming to do that against. You know, it's difficult to do it against a team like OPTIC, who is going to find at least one round where they're going to sneak away. But of course, they finish in a brilliant way. They show up strong here in map number 1. Outside of Explosive's gameplay, what else is working so well for OPTIC?
Well, obviously, Explosive and Mental had the most kills, but Summons, Solars, they're just playing their roles perfectly. Prey is playing their role perfectly. You see a few times Solars pulls out the Lancer, he's spray lancering, but they're not going to lose those fights. They're just not going to lose those team fights. Every time they win a fight, it's a clean wipe too, and that's why, Ben, you saw the way they split the map, but that's because they have 5 people alive.
Yep.
Of course you're going to be able to get that 3 cap when you get 3 people get the OE, and the other 2 just go and get the other 2 hills. If it's a dirty fight that they win, where only 2 people are alive, then maybe it's not an easy 3-cap every single round.
Yeah. And talk about the round that Reciprocity really had in the bag. I think it was round 4, round 5, and Optic is so squirrely. They're able to sneak out of spawn and stay alive and value their life. I mean, one of the best in the team, you gotta say, or one of the best in the game doing that.
Actually, one thing I noticed during that round is that when they got the drop shot, Reciprocity dropped so far back, then proceeded to push forward. But once you get that drop, you still got to have the rest of your teammates pushing forward, keeping the pressure on Optic Gaming, and then you got to kind of snipe them and pick them off with those drop shots. They got super passive in that round, then starts to get aggressive, but you got to be quicker than that against Optic Gaming. You got to have to always be playing for that domination.
I think the sad part was the reaction from OPTIC Gaming. It wasn't that of, yo, I can't believe we just did that. Good stuff. Praise was just like,
no,
these fools suck.
He wasn't laughing. He made like a PogChamp face. Yeah. That can't happen. And that should be a emote right there. I think
and they notice that, but they get so motivated off plays like that.
Yeah. That's what Optic does so incredibly well. We can analyze it and talk about it all we want. We had a chance to hear it directly from them. What makes Optic Gaming so great? Let's take a look at this squad.
I've been playing with Optic for about maybe like 11 months, but prior to that, they were my friends growing up, so I knew them for about 5-6 years growing up playing Gears. And ever since then we were playing. We took about a 2-year break. I wasn't playing with them, and then I'm back now. It feels great being back. I feel like I'm back home, I guess you could say. It's easy, simple, like I never left. My favorite moment would probably be the most recent Mexico. We were in the losers bracket. We came back, swept 4-0 for the trophy.
I mean, how can that not be a favorite moment, a defining moment, just adding that to the record books and the history books for Optic Gaming, and really what makes them so great as a team. They've really done it all at this point, besides the one use case plays. What's the one thing they haven't done, you said earlier?
6-0 comeback.
They haven't done a 6-0 comeback, and they haven't won from the losers bracket twice.
That's crazy. We'll see.
Not that you want to,
Not
but
that you want to do that. Exactly.
But it's pretty cool if you just want to add it to the resume.
Yeah. Someone tells me that they'll set that up on purpose just because they said they'll.
Dude, I wanted to speak to the boys about it. Like, just go down 6-0. Just show me that you can do it. Just make a point. Make a point.
And if any team can do it, it is this Optic squad. Really born with excellence. They operate with excellence and they execute with excellence. Optic Gaming, a history of excellence and looking to stamp their place in Gears of War 4 history in a winner's bracket matchup against Team Reciprocity. Map 2 is underway.
You're absolutely right. An organization heaped in history, and as you said, Fallout, excellence. It's what they demand of the Green Wall, and it's what they get. Event in, event out, here in Gears of War 4. We're going to kick things off Foundation. Map 2, if you're just tuning in, don't worry, map 1 was a quick one, 7-2, advantage Optic, of course, but Foundation might be a little longer, might be a little slower than what we saw at Dam. Optic, of course, going to be the red squad for this, Reciprocity blue, already though, kills coming in for the Green Wall.
Yes, it is, and Reciprocity, they're going to have to come out and set the tempo for this map, and they're going to have to keep it, the entire time, because what happens is when they start playing reactive to Optic Gaming, they just own them. They become the puppet masters, and they just control everything that Reciprocity does, and they can never just find their flow and get into that championship, pretty much that championship flow, if you want to say it that way.
It's the championship caliber, if you will, that next level. That's what you need against Optic Gaming.
But here he goes.
Oof, as a 1v2, teammate is actually with him, so some support shots coming through. Forces Team Reciprocity to back down. Sleepy and Rezik both going down. Praise and Summons claim the kills. And the A hill, the home hill of Reciprocity, will be the target.
Reciprocity is going to have to spawn up, and they're going to make B their home hill. But look how they're slowly starting to get pinched. They got 3 players in the area, but Optic Gaming is going to have to get away from that spawn because 2 new players of Reciprocity are back on the map, and they're trying to get their home hill back. The question is, can they do it? Summon gets in, manages to find one. Explosive gets another, and they're still controlling the home hill of Reciprocity, and they can't do much, and now they're just running into the spawn and getting disrespectful.
Sure are, 103-43. About halfway through the first round, and well, Explosive is keeping pace. 4 kills already. Looking for one more, surely he'll go down here. He will. is that maybe an opportunity for Reciprocity to reclaim their home hill? Well, potentially, because you see what OPTIC Gaming have done. They've pulled their resources away from Reciprocity's home, gone down over towards the mid-neutral B hill. They will still have that 2-to-1 hill advantage.
Yeah, they recognize that, hey, you know what? Now is not a time to just hold the home hill again. We killed about, 3 players. They're going to come out respawn. Let's just rotate over to B, slay out those last 2 players, and then dominate them in a proper way of just getting that pinch from fountains in the home hill. And you're starting to see it happen now. OPTIC Gaming trying to get this domination in round 1. 3 players up with Reciprocity, just 2 left. Fran trying to make a stand, but he falls. Can Sleepy do it? He cannot.
Round 1 goes to OPTIC Gaming. And obviously, I wasn't in Mexico, but this was the exact same winners bracket final. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What's different about Reciprocity here? Because obviously, Rec took the winners bracket final at the last major, and I'm sure they didn't do it looking like this.
Slab. It was Slab. Slab was the big difference. OPTIC Gaming just could not play that map. They lost to Ghost on that map. They lost to Reciprocity on that map. That's why me and Ribs was very surprised not to see it. You're going back playing some classic maps like Dam and Foundation.
Right.
Come on, those are going to be some of OPTIC's best maps. But also, we talked about it a lot beforehand that if you're playing against your opponent and you both have the same best map, just go for it. You got to play. You just got to hope that you are the better team. You need to be the better team. So stick to your guns. Stick to what is the best map for your squads, which ones you feel confident on. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And now, with we can clearly see who has the upper hand.
Yeah, we can. OPTIC Gaming already kicking things off with a down. Rushies will drop, and the kill feed is all red. Rezic, the only one alive for Reciprocity within the first 15 seconds of the round, and it's been a common theme throughout this winners bracket final. OPTIC push off the initial, they walk away with big number advantages, and then just play for that map control. Rezic, to his credit though, has done well to just stay alive, buying time for his teammates to come off spawn, which is all good and well in a low respawn round, but if that happens, round 4 or 5 or 6, that's when you're going to get punished.
OPTIC Gaming, when they see players, they just run straight for them. They don't run away.
They don't respect anyone.
They don't run away too often. If they figure out that, if you miss a shot fighting them, they will come back and say, oh, okay, you're going to give me the upper hand in the fight, I'll take it.
Trip Cap potentially could come through, but Rec do have numbers over towards B. Front is in the hill, decaps it. Icy now joins in. 2 players from OPTIC Gaming in close quarters. Unfortunately for Sleepy, he's going to be the first to drop it. All 2 players of OPTIC Gaming, 3 players of OPTIC Gaming have managed to escape. All 4, 5 goes down for Rec. Trip Cap domination for OPTIC Gaming, 2-0 advantage.
And OPTIC Gaming winning most of their rounds off dominations, even going back to Dam. And so that just shows you how aggressive they're playing and how dominant they are. Reciprocity needs to slow them down just a little bit. They need to bring the pace back, make OPTIC Gaming earn a few of these rounds. And Boom Shot's gonna go mid-map.
Giving them away for free.
They respected the dual spawns at the top half of the map and respected summons in that position and explosives as well. They didn't want anything there. And they got a second look at just, playing a raw round with just your base weapons that you spawn with. Didn't work out for them, so we'll see if the Boom Shot can change anything for Reciprocity in round 3.
Quick glance at the overhead map and see the initial break off. Rushies does start off this round with the first kill, first blood. So advantage Rec, but Mental there to trade. Now it's where the trade game comes through. Praise is also fallen. That's 4 dead for OPTIC. Mental, the last man alive. Boom, of course, will be picked up by Rushies down low, but this is now where you have to convert those numbers to more numbers.
Mental. He's about to turn on the guy flanking.
That's Icy. Trip Cap's coming through. Mental now has to turn. Closes the gap wonderfully. Kills Brad as well. Drops, but again, buys time for his teammates to come off spawn, and you can already see that presence over at the other hills.
Such good awareness by him, but OPTIC, they're going to make sure that B is going to be decap, and then you see Explosive, he just wants to get the decap, spread out the map a little bit, make it hard for Reciprocity to win this one.
Soldiers will fall over towards C. Praise pushing through. Icy, if he wins this, could put pressure here on OPTIC Gaming.
He's trying to, but he's going to get sandwiched. He's actually in the middle of a triangle, tries to stay alive, but he falls, and now Reciprocity, 4 members alive. Rezic chooses to back up, and I think that's going to be a smart play. Regroup with your team, and now this is what I was talking about. Make OPTIC Gaming work for this round. Don't give it to them in the domination. Reciprocity needs to finish this one off strong, but if you ask me, they need to, let OPTIC Gaming know, hey, we can do the same back, and we can win this with a trip cap.
50-point lead, 2-1 hill advantage for Rec. Like you said, in these rounds here, you don't want to see Reciprocity lets slip away, but the problem is they've just been collapsed on the B hill and nobody falls for Optic, 4 fall for Rec. And the intent again is clear.
Good overextension by Reciprocity to go for the home hill of Optic. This is a 16-second respawn round.
It's all good if you overextend, but you still have to win the fight, delay the fight, and a round you didn't want to see Rec lose is looking like it is going to be a round Rec lose. Fran falls, everybody drops, B is being capped. I don't think anyone's going to touch it. Optic Gaming, simply put, look unbeatable.
Reciprocity, they got pinched on that B hill. It was 2 players coming down the K side, 2 players coming from middle. You also saw them try to overextend through the top side of Optic Gaming's cave, going to fountains, trying to flake that home hill. It was Rezik and someone else, but they just could not make the play, and help didn't come.
And it's more than that, though. In those team fights, and I think it's kind of what Ribs was kind of alluding to after map number 1, you cannot let 5 of them live. At least kill 1, at least 2. You cannot let 5 players from Optic Gaming take a team fight and all 5 walk away from that fight.
Icy asked for that sniper at the statue. Okay, so him and Franchise, they want that sniper on the map. They want to bring that fight away from the Pistons area and get it towards those home hills. Let's see, can Reciprocity change the tempo? Boom
Once
shots
again,
down, Sleepy's going to get it and roll back.
Same outcome as last round. They claim the boom, but they have to put it to some use. Of course, the fight for Sniper still going on, but Mental finds the pick onto Fran. That gives license for Praise to grab the Sniper rifle. Well, will rotate over towards Sniper's come through from Sleepy, finds out the first boom, connects with it. Now, needs to maybe make a defensive play. Explosive also drops.
Was it worth it?
I mean, you had Rushdie there as well. It's a 2v1. And that's something that me and you have talked a lot about, is the way you use your boom shot, right? If you take your boom to a 5v5 fight and get a free opening there, that's way more beneficial than kind of the scrap end of a fight.
Granted, sometimes you just need to kill to feel good about yourself.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Build up your own confidence, even if it is just a random boom shot on a guy by himself in your spine. You know, it's all good. Whatever
works for you, right?
But they need something going, so I don't blame them for it. But now they need to win this team fight 3v3 on top of the B hill. They're going to lose 3 members, 4 down for Reciprocity, and it's going to be up to Sleepy to hold off this push.
Remember I talk about
he's sleeping.
Those technical timeouts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a real good time right now to call a technical timeout because Reciprocity, they're getting their ass beat.
My headsets are what's that? You hear the static?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Static. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Can we call a timeout? Mix and Poppy, where you
Shady.
4-0 up to Gaming. Another weapon placement. Another idea. What are they going to show us this time?
Well, I know what I want to see in the future. Just something completely different than whatever we just saw. Just do the exact opposite.
Exact opposite, right?
Exact opposite. Play some random maps you ain't played. Go out there and have just as much fun. You got to have just as much fun as them at this point. You got to be able to laugh this ass whipping off. That's the only thing that can happen. That's the only way that you're going to make this comeback. It's 2 rounds in this first half. 20-second respawns, 22-second respawns. You got Sniper, boom shot, incense on the map. It needs to start now. Reciprocity has to wake up.
Start this round off on board with IC. Explosive just charged him, and Explosive finds a pick on a Rushie's. Boom is picked up by him as well. Explosive doing everything this round, it seems already. It's only just begun. IC respecting the fact that he knows Explosive has that boom. Praise also has snipe. Summons goes down.
He had a player right next to him. He said, I ain't gonna shoot that boom. My teammates got him. I just make sure I don't get shot by him.
IC could be in trouble. He finds one. Now trying to force the 1v1. Backside of the 1v2.
That was boom, but I don't know if the boom was out, so that was a beautiful kill. So boom shots out of play. Reciprocity still in this round, and with Rezik getting that kill.
Explosive still has
exactly
boom.
what they need.
Explosive still has boom, and he has one left in the chamber.
Okay.
Yep. So it should be A-okay, but Incense in the hand of Rezik.
Go, do it. Kobe.
Wide right. Explosive makes him pay.
He hesitated.
Second boom out. And this one, again, looks like another round OPTIC Gaming is going to take. Explosive with the Incense, connects with the kill. Are they going to even be able to touch the hill? Well, they do, just in the nick of time. But you still have to win the fight, and that's something which, plain and simply put, Rec has not been able to do in this winner's bracket final. 5-0 OPTIC Gaming. And now it comes to the point where I may as well just ask you, is Rec even going to win a round in map number 2?
Maybe round 6, maybe round 7. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, first half map 1, 6-0. Then Rec finally wake up, win 2 rounds. OPTIC Gaming close it out. Now it's map 2, 5-0 advantage OPTIC Gaming. You called for it. Rec need to wake up and right now they look like they're fast asleep. Maybe they're just thinking about Game of Thrones too much. I don't know what it is, but they got to get their head in this game.
You know, Ghost Gaming won map number 1, 7-3 against Elevate as well. So Ghost Gaming is looking like the people's hope.
I will tell you right now, if Rec played either Ghost or Elevate, I'm not sure the score of how that series is going to go.
7-3 map 1, Ghost Gaming.
I mean, Rec's going to get their ass beat by Ghost.
But if Rec beats Ghost, it's like, what? Hey.
And then we may as well just not even bother with the grand final, give UpTic Gaming the trophy, give them the check. They can increase their prize pool from over $1 million as an organization in Gears of War 4. And just be done with it.
All right, OPTIC Gaming, round 6, 22-second respawn rounds, 4v4 currently. Both teams fighting to kill in this one. Look at who's gonna get the second. Mental finds it. Oh, can he get the third? He cannot, but power weapon starting to be picked up by both teams. Praise is gonna have that sniper at the statue. Solars is still alive. The old duo trying to fight their old teammate in Icy, but Icy, he gets that kill on Praise.
Bear in mind the respawn delay now at its highest, and Solar's looking to maybe offset it a little bit. Boom fired, boom connects. One more in the chamber for Solars as he now pushes over towards the C hill. Has at least one more free kill in him. You don't really expect to see him miss with it. And again, so efficient. OPTIC Gaming with all the power weapons. Doesn't matter what it is. Always make the best of the situation. C, of course, has been capped up. OPTIC just need one more hill, which is going to be the A hill. Explosive is actually just going to push straight up, and Sleepy gave him no respect and gets a double for his efforts when he's in that form. I am sorry, but they are unbeatable.
Icy needs to make a big play, but Explosive ain't having it. He
Just give me the
ain't
MVP.
having
Do we have
it.
that? Fallout, you got the MVP trophy somewhere on the desk? Because I'm just going to walk on the stage and give it to him at this point.
Wow. And you know, just how cool, calm, collected they are on this main stage under this pressure, you know, throughout 15 events. That's what makes OPTIC Gaming so great.
If you're on that
That's
team,
what makes them one of the best esports teams in history.
You look over to your left, you look over to your right, and you see your captain just smiling away.
And it makes you feel good.
Making silly pushes and walking away with his life and dropping average of what, 4
Good
kills
vibes on
around.
the right side of our main stage.
It's great vibes. It really is. 6-0 again. Well, Rec won 2 rounds in map number 1. And they even do that in map number 2.
We're about to find out now. Trying to get in. Explosive is hunting down a kill. Mental finds one. At this point, it's just picking off fish in a barrel. Rushies has something to say about it, and so does Franchise, but it's gonna be, like you said, a long uphill battle, Ben.
Yeah. Very long, but that's a good start.
Especially in the second half, with no power weapons being on the map as well. And Reciprocity gets one on the board, but OPTIC Gaming, they're gonna get a weapon placement. They have
they're getting every weapon
placement in the second half at this point. But we can go back and we can set up, okay? Once again, Reciprocity.
I can't take Praise seriously.
Okay.
I can't do it.
A lot of 6-2 comebacks from them on land.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, it can
They got to
happen.
6-2, and what happened? OPTIC Gaming said,
the guy said, you know, we'll give them 2
Look
chances.
at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard.
What?
Look at the scoreboard. Explosive 20 kills. Mental 20
yeah,
kills.
yeah.
Praise 15 kills. No one on Rec has double digits.
But
You're not coming back.
That was the first half. This is the second half, and Reciprocity is 1-0.
Is everyone on Rec spawning in with a boom?
They got 100%.
Because that's the only way they're coming back into this.
win rate in the second half. Come on. It's all about your perception, Ben.
Yeah, my perception is OPTIC Gaming is running through Team Reciprocity. I'm pretty sure that's the perception of everybody here in Boston that's watching the same game I am.
Reciprocity is looking great in the second half of this map, and that's what I see. 4 members down, 5 members down of OPTIC Gaming. Trip cap domination looking like it might come through as well. Can Rushies make it happen? He takes out Mental. Rezik, Rushies, they get 2 more rounds on the board, and once again,
you want to know something fun? You want to know something fun?
Is at a 6-2.
Reciprocity's made a lot of 6-2 comebacks.
They have, right? I've been telling you. You listening now?
No.
Clean out your ears. Let's see if they can do it. Here we go.
If they come back from 6-0 down,
they win an event.
I'm walking out.
They win an event.
You're solo casting.
I'm letting you know, if they win,
out.
if
I'm
Reciprocity just wins 5 rounds, they win this event. Do you get that? They win this event, just 5 more rounds. They need somebody to tell them, hey, forget it. You guys win 5 rounds, you win this event. Forget anything else.
It's a great mentality to have. And
you
I
come back 7-0 in map 2
the next 5
to
rounds.
do the most complete reverse sweep we've ever seen.
Sure.
Let's get it.
I'm all aboard that hype train, but you gotta show it.
It's going to start with Icy here, mid-map. Let's see if he can get another double. Let's see if he can get that first blood.
Last round, but again, we need to keep it going. And here is a look Problem is, to do it once is fine. To do it twice is just not. It's just not reliable. Explosive continues off his good performance.
4v4. Can RECIPROCITY find one more kill? Sleepy's in the mix. He needs to even the odds.
Nope.
Oh, they're taking shots from the front and the back. Rushies needs to push in.
And bear in mind, they have
he needs some help
instants too.
Rushies just trying to stay alive. Can they survive long enough for the double initial? Rezik had a 1v1 with summons over there towards the Pistons. This is a 14-second respawn round. RECIPROCITY just needs to survive and play so well in this mid-round.
I mean, they're gonna get, to your point, a chance again. And OPTIC Gaming more than happy to set up 2-1 hill advantage.
And think about it like this.
Controlled and a big point lead.
This is where RECIPROCITY excels. When it starts to slow down, this is when they're at their best. Not saying that they're better than OPTIC Gaming still, but this is when they're at their best in these situations.
But here's the problem, when you have so much extra utility and how efficient OPTIC Gaming has been with it, the incident, there's a boom, for example.
Yeah,
you still have one
active
left.
Reload, splash damage off the back wall, well-placed boom shot.
Now you push straight through, you're already being a nuisance over towards D, you're worried about that other boom.
Smart route from Rushies.
All right, but there's the final boom, and now it's a 1v1, which Mental's gonna win
Here we go.
every single
Fran,
day of the week.
Mental. This 1v1, can Mental hold off? Fran's in the mix, waiting for his teammates to get there, and they will take out your Season 1 MVP. So, they
Nice
get
play.
their home hill back. New boom shot spawns in a minute as well.
All right. So, again, RECIPROCITY survived, but something that you brought up a little bit earlier on is, in these rounds, you have to show up to gaming that you can take them in trick cap style. You don't want it to go to points. You really want to just push straight through. Round 1 and round 2 of the second half, they were able to do that. It's these rounds where you are down, you're in a deficit, OPTIC have you pinned. If you're able to break out, you can
Good
show them
smoke.
you can take the fight.
Oh no, I'll take it back. Not a good smoke, but he does get the instant.
That's That's really worth it.
Oh, that player can't escape. He just needs to get away, but Icy does find a kill. Uh-oh, Solars goes down, and one instant is still in hand. They need to use their Lancers to get explosives. New boom shot in 20 seconds. RECIPROCITY has the instant a little bit too high to catch off Solars. Fran just needs to stay alive. And RECIPROCITY needs to get to him.
They get the E hill. Solars is at D. Now you mentioned obviously the boom shot coming up very, very shortly. 7 seconds. They should be ready and waiting for that. This is, again, an important 1v1 that Sleepy's going to have to win. You want to be able to put the pressure with the boom over towards OPTIC Gaming's home hill because at 175 to 109, you
can't let Solars kill you though.
You need to win this in trick cap, and you've got to do it quickly. You can't waste any time. Finally, the fight is won. Now RECIPROCITY
Here comes
has
Icy
to
with the
fly
boom
to
shot.
F. You got to be quick. Fran is going to get there first. Explosive shuts him down. Icy has to make the play. Teammates desperately trying to get there.
Oh,
There's
they got
the
the
first
damage
pick.
in.
They're in the hill.
Oh yeah. RECIPROCITY.
But no, E is being capped by Mental.
Oh,
he overextended.
He's in a full squad too. He got his feet planted.
Rushies versus Mental. The hill's being decapped. Mental clutches up. Is there anybody else there? Franchise. Can he touch the hill in time? No, he's not gonna get it. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Mental was there to find the kill. And just like map number 1, OPTIC Gaming take it 7-2, a 14-4 overall round count from our 2 maps, and congrats to them, another grand final.
Another day, another grand final for OPTIC Gaming. They do it with a decisive 2-0 win, 7-2, 7-2, and they punched their ticket to the championship finals once again. I felt a little something there from RECIPROCITY again. Even that last round, so close. But it wasn't for Mental sneaking his way over to E hill. A sneaky play from him. Solars obviously overextending to that home hill and being so annoying. That was the difference maker in buying him enough time to close out that round at number 9.
Yeah, I can't even get analytical on this. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm disappointed. You know, RECIPROCITY, they came in so strong in Mexico City. You want to expect a team like that with a coach like Fatal Strike and a great mind behind Fran. You want to expect to come back stronger in this winner's finals. And starting with the map picks, they already got outplayed.
Yeah.
There should be a slab in there. If there's no slab, a forge. They won on Harbor in winners finals in Mexico. We didn't see any of those maps. Instead, you go to maps that OPTIC Gaming made their Gears of War legacy on. Foundation, Dam. They're too comfortable on those maps.
And Lift on the back end was that map 3, I think it was.
No, it was Old Town.
It was Old Town. Even worse.
The point is, it's just very disappointing. If they do come out of the losers bracket, I'd love to see a brand new game plan. Yeah. I want to see some resilience, but there was no energy also. Not even the strategy part. No energy, no vibes. Like, what was that?
You're polite. You say disappointing. I say that was flat out embarrassing.
Yeah.
7-2, 7-2. You lose first half of both maps, 6-0. And then, finally, you win 2 rounds in the second half. Oh, great. You start start to believe. You don't believe in anything at that point. It's too late. You know how hard it is to make a comeback like that. It's just not consistent.
It's not hard. It's
against
impossible.
that team, you're never going to do it. It's not going to be done against OPTIC Gaming. They will not allow you to. They're too composed. They're too clutch. There's a reason they have won 12 of 14 major events, because they don't get 6-0 comeback done. It's not going to happen. You can't start off like that. Flat out embarrassing. Reciprocity should be ashamed.
Telling it like it is.
And we'll have that same commentary on any team that probably would have just played them on that main stage.
100%.
Any team.
100%. Telling it like it is. Of course, Franchise and Icy not starting as hot as they would have wanted to on that first map. However, one person that has played with Franchise, it's praised. We have Farouk on the main stage with an interview with OPTIC Praised.
Thanks, Fallout. I got praise right here now. He was telling me he's going to be all humble. He's turning over a new leaf, and I get all that. But today is not the time for that. Today is not the time. All right, map 1 looked like map 2. 6 straight, you gave up 2 and then finished it off. I heard you over there yelling, they can't breathe, they can't breathe. Tell me what that was about.
I mean, you know it. Everyone knows it. They couldn't breathe. We went up 6-0 both maps. You know, like we took our foot off the gas a bit. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 rounds. But at the end of the day, man, devastation, domination, that was easy, man.
All right. Now, I even saw you let out a big laugh when they got their first round win in that second map. Tell me why you bust out laughing after that one.
I mean, I was happy for them. You know what I'm saying? They got a round. I was happy for them, man. I mean, listen, man, like Gears aside, those are a great group of guys. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm happy for them. They got a round.
All right, now look, real talk now. What does it mean to you and the Green Wall to finish this year out with a championship? You got 2 maps to go to do it. What does it mean to you guys?
I mean, it means a lot, man. Even though I wasn't here from the beginning, you know, they won the first event, and it's only right that we win the last one.
Sounds good. Congratulations, you guys are moving on. Back to you guys at the desk.
Praised is happy for his former teammates in Reciprocity and getting around. He's definitely happy for them. Ben, your thoughts on that?
I mean, just so everyone is aware, main stage is right there. Reciprocity I can see right there. They heard that interview. What we saw was pathetic in that winner's bracket final. If that doesn't light a fire under your ass,
That does need to light a
oh,
fire.
I was happy for them. They won a round. If I hear that after just losing, I'm going into the next game all guns blazing, leaving nothing on the table. You
I
cannot
agree with
have
you.
that same mentality.
You have to feel disrespected.
You should be
have-
disrespected.
As a man, you have to feel disrespected, and you need to go up on that main stage and get it done and just win your fights. Don't lose.
If you guys know anything,
Just don't lose.
Don't lose.
If you guys know anything about this man, Icy, he takes it personally. He turns
should.
into an entirely different person. So something tells me this Reciprocity team will not be the type to fold. They'll be the type to get motivated as a result of that devastating, what do you say, devastation, demolition,
Destruction,
domination, you name it.
The
whatever
3
it
Ds.
was. OPTIC Gaming.
Let's
There's the
talk
3
5
Ds.
Ds,
This is
though.
what started it all.
There's an extra one in there.
Yeah, throw 2 extra ones in there.
Yeah, nothing but domination from that OPTIC Gaming squad. And you saw it there. Praised, by the way. Are you all agree the funniest pro player in Gears Esports?
The funniest esports player in history.
Esports player.
No.
Nobody even close, bro. He's hilarious.
Esports player in history, because I've known Praise for a long time, and I've been around esports, and I've been around a lot of different games, and nobody's as funny as
No
that
one,
guy.
not even close.
I had the pleasure of teaming with that kid, man. It's a good time playing with him. It's a good time.
Best part is though he's a realist. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't
like it is.
necessarily say anything crazy. He just I was happy for them, and he legitimately I feel like he was
keeps
happy
it
for them.
simple.
Yeah.
I've never seen a replay that is literally just bodies exploding in one color at the bottom left of the screen. But this entire replay has just been OPTIC dominating, which really goes to show and recap the entire match. I mean, you look at the scores here, 7-2, 7-2. The replays, obviously domination from OPTIC, and an even better showing here in the winners bracket final. Look at the scores on Dam and on Foundation. You know, so now the script is flipped here, where Reciprocity lost in the winners, or beat one in the winners bracket final in a decent way in Mexico City. And OPTIC came back. Do you think Reciprocity has what it takes to do the same thing, to do it back to OPTIC Gaming? Do you think they have it in them, Rips?
Well, at least that was quick. At least that was quick.
At least it was fast. Got things over with fast.
I'm not rooting for them anymore. Like I wanted them to come out. I wanted them to put up a fight. But at this point, I got to go with Ghost. Ghost has the energy, the passion. They're not going to let themselves go down 6-0, look down in the dumps the whole time. I don't know what Reciprocity team that was. They look so defeated.
The one thing both of you guys were saying at the end of the desk here was the way they approached the vetoes and how they were outclassed and just outthought at the beginning. How does that happen? in a winners bracket final. I'm struggling to understand how you even let that happen, because you should be picking those maps that you know you can win. Who picked the maps there for Reciprocity? Do you know how they
Fatal Strike prides himself in being one of the most
I'm looking at Fatal, of course, but I know Fran talked to me. He said that Foundation is a map that they're prepared to play against Optic, and that was the second map. That was Optic's pick. I don't understand Damn at all. I can't understand it
because Optic
at all.
looked so good on Damn against Elevate. Elevate picked Damn against Optic, and Optic made him look silly with like a 7-2.
That's been an Optic map for 2 years. They're amazing at that map. That's Explosive's playground.
And that's a different matchup. You can't compare a matchup like Optic versus Elevate to Reciprocity and Optic.
But you have to know that their Damn is a great map of theirs regardless.
Yeah,
Take a look at it.
But Optic feels a different way depending on who they play.
So either way, they dominated on Damn both times, and I think we all agree it looked like the game.